Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bread Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So we're getting a little bit more festive now. It's the last video before Christmas. Steve's got his outfit on.
Yeah, he's getting ready for his side gig, off sort of guiding reindeer on Christmas Eve. He's all kitted out in his outfit.
Switched the lights on the tree now, haven't we? Yeah, we've got our hats on.
Yeah.
So getting all excited.
Exactly. Yes, kind of getting to that point in the year where you're like, okay, it's nearly the end of the year. How did that happen? Madness.
So what have you been doing this week?
I've been sort of finishing off the milestone on the freelance gig that we've been working on, and I was hoping to have done some work on the Interference Android app by now, but at time of recording, everything's running a bit late. Okay. So I'm going to try and get some done over the weekend, so today and tomorrow I can hopefully get a little bit done. I also mentioned last week that I wanted to try and get something added into the quiz, which is sort of half finished at the minute. But now, those of you who didn't see the quiz last week, you might have missed this, but we are going to do 12-week seasons of the quiz instead of 13. Because originally we were doing 4 seasons of 13 weeks per year. We're going to do 4 seasons of 12 weeks and then a week off. So what this means is this Sunday, as in tomorrow, will be the season 2 finale of the quiz.
Exciting.
So that's Sunday the 22nd is the last episode of season 2. We're going to have Sunday the 29th off, and then we'll be back with season 3 of the quiz on Sunday the 5th of January.
Cool.
So then that gives me like 2 weeks to add in some new stuff for the quiz and get it in from the start of the next season.
That'll be exciting.
But on the subject of breaks in streaming as well, there won't be an Interference and Chill next week because it'll be Christmas Day. I did float the idea to Bunnery and Ferret separately of maybe we should do an Interference and Chill like when we're all together having our Christmas Day extravaganza. You gave me a look. I mentioned it to Ferret over voice chat, so I couldn't see her, but I could kind of hear the look in her voice. So, no Interference and Chill on Wednesday. But it will be back the following week, which will be the 1st. Okay.
So, shall we have a look at one of this week's awards, or have you got award news?
Well, before we get on to this week's awards, this is the penultimate IFXtra of the year. And so the last 2 years, we've done Item of the Year. Well, drawing, description, and community pick of the year, where what we do is we get a voting page up on the website where you're able to vote for your favourite of the previous 52 picture of the week, description of the week, and community pick of the week, and whichever one gets the most votes is then that item of the year.
So you decide. It's amazing, isn't it?
Exactly. So if you want to get involved in that, just click the advert that's on the front page of the website and the app. I think the URL, which I haven't actually set up yet, but I'll do it after this, is playinterference.com/vote. And if you go there, you'll be able to see the last 52 items of the week and then vote on whichever one you think is best. Now, I say 52, this is week 51 of the year because the final item from last year is included in this week's vote. Like how picture of the week, etc. next week will be included in next year's vote because we didn't want to kind of something to be excluded because there wouldn't be time to vote on it. Anyway, so voting opens. Voting will be open now by the time you see this, and it will close midnight UK time Friday night, as in 23:59:59, or 11:59:59 p.m. I should say for our US viewers, on Friday night.
Okay.
So get your votes in by then. And we'll have a little awards ceremony we did last time. It'll be fun.
Okay. Now it's time to see who won this week's awards.
Bunnery's favourite drawing this week was A Witch Flying to the Moon by Juliana. She says she loved the use of shadows and a glamorous witch with lovely grey hair. Well done, Juliana. My favourite description this week was She Looked by Cat16. Now I like this because out of context it could mean anything really, but when coupled with the picture, you can tell exactly what it's talking about. It's meant to be Lot's wife looking back and turning into a pillar of salt. Very clever. Nice work, Cat16. The item with the most likes this week was Fish with a Rainbow Sheen by Boom. Now there's some amazing use of colour in here, all of the lovely pastel shades, and it's just done really well. In fact, I actually highlighted this on stream when I did Interference and Chill earlier in the week. I can see why everyone liked it so much. Nice work, Boom.
They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there as always.
Cool. Right, now it's time to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So, last week, with Christmas approaching, I was asking, what kind of party food do you like to have this time of year? Some interesting suggestions came through, didn't they?
Yeah, there was a few kind of traditional things on there. Fiona Chad saying cheese board with port. Yes.
You like pork, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you have it with cheese? Yeah?
Well, I mean, at the end of a meal, you can't beat a nice cheese board with some port. Yes, it is excellent.
Yeah. But Varkalek says sugar cookies for the win.
Something sweet as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And talking of sweet, you can have hootenanny pancakes for the whole family on Christmas morning.
Yeah, now we've just had to look up what a hootenanny pancake is. I mean, hootenanny, like, to us is like your sort of New Year's Eve party. Like, it's Scottish for party, basically. And we never heard of hootenanny pancakes, so we've just looked it up. For those of you in the UK, it's basically Yorkshire pudding, but with sweet stuff in, which sounds kind of crazy.
But looks nice.
If you're in the US, Yorkshire pudding is basically hootenanny pancakes, but with like beef and gravy in and things like that. So you kind of like have it with your Christmas dinner.
You do.
You don't like have sweet stuff in, which, you know, maybe we should try this. We should do that. We should make some Yorkshire puddings, hootenanny pancakes, and then put sweet stuff in.
Okay, apples and
like
cinnamon things.
on Christmas Day. And then people will be like, what? And then we can eat it and maybe it'll be awesome.
We should try it. Like a new
Try new
tradition.
things. Try new things.
Absolutely. And Mr. DJ says, have you forgotten about the wonderful Christmas brown sugar glazed ham? That sounds nice, doesn't it? We have like honey glazed ham, don't we?
Yeah, I've not ever had brown sugar glazed ham.
It does sound nice though, like it'll be all crunchy and everything. Num, num, num.
I am hungry again now, even though we've just had fish and chips.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so also Amvol says, nothing beats mince pies with shortcake pastry? Short crust pastry? Well, shortcake pastry. Perhaps served with thick cream. I love mince pies.
I do.
And we can't have too many in or I eat them all because they're so good.
Do you see on the internet the other day that someone in America tried to make mince pies and they used...
Did they use mince?
Mince meat.
Nice. I used to have an apprentice and at Christmas someone brought in some homemade mince pies and he was like, no, I've never liked the idea of that. And we were like, no, it's not mince. It's not like minced beef. It's like sweet. And then he was like, oh my word, these are amazing. And I've always turned them down because I thought they were meat. Yeah. And now I've been missing out for years.
It's a weird name, isn't it, for fruits chopped up? Why do you call them mince meat?
Well, there is a traditional reason behind it, which I can't remember right now, but I have previously looked it up because I did wonder that.
I think originally maybe it did involve some meat. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, mince pies.
Good.
Nice. Anvil also saying, I would add perhaps a small spoonful of brandy if served with ice cream. With the cream, or ice cream. Yeah, I want mince pies now.
We've got some downstairs.
Nom nom. Okay, yeah. Let's go, and then we can go have mince pies. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. So now we're going to find out what we're going to talk about next week in the forums.
Bunnery asks, if you joined the circus, which act would you like to be? I think I'd prefer to be the ringmaster. I love the red coat, and I'd be good at bigging up the acts as I introduce them.
If you'd like to chime in with that, then just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
You certainly will. Okay, now don't forget tomorrow night is the season finale of the quiz.
Yes.
Last one of the year.
Every Sunday, well, I suppose technically not every Sunday now if we're having a break.
Most Sundays.
Every Sunday but four. We do Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week, and we break it up into seasons now. So we've been working out some seasonal leaderboards as well. Or seasonal makes it sound like it's something to do with Christmas, but it's basically we're tracking everyone's scores over the 12 weeks and then seeing who did the best overall.
Yeah, definitely.
If you've not seen it before, it's basically a live interactive quiz stream over on our Mixer channel, mixer.com/interference, Sunday nights at 7 p.m. UK time. It's a bit like watching a TV quiz show, but instead of shouting at the screen when you know the answers, you can actually play along against the rest of the audience.
And get on the leaderboard.
Exactly. We give you points if you get it right. We give you points if you're fastest as well. And then we add them all up and see how people did. So last week we had Dr. Ridout finishing in first place on 246, followed by Grinning Goose on 225 points, and then Ferret was on 213.
Well, not so close then, those.
A little bit of a spread there. It was kind of close after that. I mean, Mr. Tapestry, just one question behind. Gored, Lanky Orchid, one question behind that. But yeah, there was a bit more of a spread up at the top. Yeah, interesting stuff.
So we've got some interesting rounds this week, a little bit festive stuff.
Yeah, if you've not seen this, each round is based on one of the week's drawings from Interference. So Bunnery picks some of her favourite drawings and then writes some questions on different themes around them.
And don't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know any of this ahead of time, so I get to play along with the rest of you. But you're going to tell us who the featured artists are?
Okay, so our festive featured artists this week are Ghostly Sun, Kimber, Burkhammer, Billy, Mike, Nancy, and Solvig.
Okay, a bit of a mix of old and new people there.
Yeah,
we haven't seen Solvig for a while
Not for a while.
on one of
He's
these.
back there, or she
Very
back.
good. Okay, so yeah, if you'd like to join us for that season 2 finale, 7 p.m. tomorrow over on mixer.com/interference. And as we mentioned before, we will then have 1 week off, and then we'll be back with season 3 the week after that.
In the new year.
Don't worry, we will be posting details of this on the Mixer channel, and also if you're on Discord at playinterference.com/Discord, we have a schedule channel in there where Ferret is organising a calendar which will show exactly what's going on when, so it'll be a little bit easier to see what's happening.
Cool, like it. Okay, I think that's all the news for this week, so it just goes to say...
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also now got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference if you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building the new apps, looking after the quiz, feeding cats, and all of these things that we do for you. We really appreciate your support.
Okay, so we'll see you again next week.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.